Police arrest 2 in possession of 468 PVCs. Can you imagine? So people are stealing these PVCs. No wonder a lot of people that have registered cannot have their PVCs for voting. So people are already committing arson by burning the INEC offices, burning these PVCs, or some will go and break and steal them and go and use them somewhere for election rigging. How are we going to continue like this in this country? And we expect a free and fair election. Now, wow. The police arrested 2 people who were in possession of 468 permanent voters' cards. Festus Okoye, the Independent National Electoral Commission's National Commissioner and Chairman of the Information and Voter Education Committee, announced this on Sunday in a statement. According to the statement, Nashiru Idris was caught with 101 PVCs in Sokoto State and another name withheld with 367 PVCs in Kano State. Can you imagine? So Hausas are also doing this thing. Okoye stated that their actions violated sections 117 and 145 of the Electoral Act of 2022. So according to the statement, the offenders are currently receiving their just punishment. In the last couple of weeks, the Nigerian police has arrested some individuals found to be in illegal possession of voters' cards in some states of the Federation, according to the statement. In one case, the police completed their investigations and turned over the case file to the commission, resulting in successful prosecution of one Nasiru Idris at the magistrate court in Sokoto, who was found to be in possession of 101 PVCs in violation of section 117 and 145 of the Electoral Act of 2022. He was sentenced to 1 year in prison. Similarly, police in Kano State apprehended a man who was discovered to be in possession of 367 PVCs. The suspect has been charged in court and the commission is prosecuting him. The commission wishes to reiterate that it will continue to pursue and prosecute all violators of the Electoral Act. Following the end of the statutory period for the display of the register of voters for claims and objections, the commission is determined to make the collection of PVC as seamless as possible, the commissioner said in an update on PVC collection. We've created a standard operating procedure. This will be one of the issues discussed and resolved at a retreat in Lagos from November 28 to December 2nd, 2022, attended by all resident electoral commissioners. At the conclusion of the retreat, the commission will announce the dates as well as the detailed procedure for the nationwide collection of PVCs. The commissioner appreciates Nigerians' patience and understanding, particularly those who registered as voters or applied for transfer or replacement of their cards between January and July 2022. In addition to making the cards available for collection, the commission is working to ensure that the process runs smoothly. Wow, this is good. All right, so obviously people are already trying to vandalize INEC facilities, steal voters' cards, and what are they going to do with it? Are they going to be able to tamper with it? Are they going to be able, now with the use of the BVAS machine to validate voters, these cards obviously will not be used. So it means that the business here looks more like disenfranchising people to reduce the number of voters so that they can probably see how that will help influence the figures that they will get during the election. Because the way people registered aggressively this time around shows that people are ready to, to change the narratives by voting properly this time around. So I don't understand why people should be stealing this thing just to disrupt the electoral process and violate the Electoral Act of 2022, like the INEC commissioner is saying here. So it's very, very bad. But what is happening here, one Nashiru has been caught in Sokoto State and had now been sentenced to 1 year. Another one again has been caught in Kano, and that one is also undergoing prosecution as well. So INEC is promising that anybody that violates the Electoral Act of 2022, if caught, will be prosecuted accordingly. That is what he's trying to tell us here. So Mr. Okoye, who actually has been very, very popular this year on this issue of voters' education, is the commissioner in charge of voters' education. So he is the person that is actually talking to people on the electoral process and all of that. So he is saying that there's going to be a procedure on how to vote, and they will come out with that procedure before election. Now they had a program today in Lagos. It's going to run between 28th of November to 2nd of December to train all the state commissioners or resident commissioners on how this election will be conducted. And that workshop is still ongoing. I think it just started today. All right. So police is busy now going out to look out for people who are carrying election materials illegally and to get them prosecuted. So how are we going to get good election when people are already vandalizing INEC facilities, stealing election materials, and not really to use them, but just to disrupt the process and disenfranchise registered voters from voting? All right. The rest are also committing arson. Like today now, the issue of burning of INEC office in Easy local government area of Ebonyi State, all right, where election materials, generators, voters' cards, and every other thing were burnt to ashes. Meanwhile, we have a state governor, that's an APC state. We have the Bubago, the state local security outfit. And again, we also had last week, INEC told us that they have deployed security operatives to all the INEC offices across the federation to make sure that the arson that occurred in Ogun State and Osun State does not repeat itself again. But now it has repeated in Ebonyi State today. How are we going to continue like this? What will people gain in sabotaging electoral process like this? A process that is put in place for selecting a credible leader to lead the nation. People are disrupting it. And the only reason I think this is happening is because all avenues for rigging election have been plugged up by INEC by the introduction of this computerization and electronic system of managing elections. So the next thing is to look for other means to sabotage the process. That means if I not win, they're not going to win. Everybody, go down. We can't continue like this. We can't run a nation like this. It's just not possible. It's just not possible. But the good news here is that police is also trying in some areas, and INEC is also committed to doing the right thing. So we just hope that come 2023, we'll have something that is free and fair to come out as a result or as outcome of the election. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment below.